Hey guys, it's Coop from Garage Gym Reviews, and there are many adjustable benches available, and they are probably one of the most popular products and one of the essential products for most people in their home gyms. There's just so much you can do with them. But with it inundated with the amount of options that we have today, it can be hard to decide. Now, I wanted to bring in two of what I think are some of the best adjustable benches for most people. These aren't the best overall, like over top, money isn't considered. These are what I think are really great value benches, high quality still, and can be used by just about anybody. And those are these two beautiful benches. The REP AB5200. This was what I think one of the original ladder style benches that was marketed towards the home gym community and still higher quality. It is one of the best, most popular adjustable benches that are out there. In my training, this has really been like my go-to. I have access to pretty much every adjustable bench that is out there. For my garage, this has really been like the number one, and that's largely due to the feature you see right now. It's standing up. In corner number two, this is the Rogue Adjustable Bench 3.0. Rogue Fitness, known for made in the USA, known for making very quality pieces, not as much known in every area as much as REP, I think, in the home gym market for their benches. However, finally, they're starting to make some updates to their benches, and this has been one that they've keyed in on, and oh, I'm so glad they have. So we've done a full review on that. If you'd like to see it, you can click the card up in the top right. However, if you also like to buy them, you can check them out in the link below the like button. And if you'd like to see us do breakdowns and more comparisons on all these benches in comparison to other ones, make sure you hit the subscribe button and just hit a like because you like my mustache. Actually, you can hit it regardless of whether you like it. So the REP AB5200, when it was released, came right on the heels of the AB5000, which is the zero gap bench that REP's come out with. The other bench that is often like considered GOAT status for most home gym owners due to the value, the price, and the features, everything like that. This uses a ladder style system. It uses a stand-up model. This is one of the first stand-up models that we saw that wasn't egregious in price. And I'm talking about like the Sorinex MP3 0 to 90 bench. That's an excellent bench, but that is really like the original stand-up bench. And then this took some features from that and made it a lot cheaper. There is a lot of features and benefits on this that are great. For instance, the ladder style system is fantastic in changing quickly the angle that you're able to go to. And it can go from 0 to 85 with 7 different increments. In the same regard, the seat pad uses the same feature for adjusting. So rather than having to use a pop pin style, which requires 2 hands, it's not like it takes a ton of extra time, but I do notice that people like the ladder style, and I'm one of them, because it's just quick to change it and lock it in. The same thing for the seat pad. It has 3 different, 0 degree, 15 degree, and 30 degree, which is kind of standard on incline benches. Although I do know there are some people that prefer like a 45 degree angle. It's just kind of hard to put it in a small package. The other thing is the height of this. Most adjustable benches are not this short to the floor. The IPF standard for a bench is 17 inches. This is 17.5 inches. So packing all that functionality, all that adjustability into that short of a frame is difficult to do, and it's one reason it's really popular, because you can drive your feet in it. It's kind of a replacement for many people for a flat bench. The other thing that they kind of like started doing on nearly all their benches is this more grippy top. This more grippy top was really inspired by Rogue at the Thompson Fat Pad. It's a very grippy top that allows you to basically arch back, drive your scaps into the bench. It's a great top. I don't think it's the best vinyl that's out there. The Thompson Fat Pad is vastly superior to this. However, compared to most benches within this price point, this bench vinyl is superior to most of those. It grips well. I haven't seen it rip. It's kind of thin, but for the price, it's excellent. One of the only truly significant functional differences between the AB5200 and the Adjustable Bench 3.0 is the gap. This is something that people will notice. This is something that does matter. The AB5200 gap isn't that large. It's not like this is like, you know, somebody with like these teeth that like go out here. No, it's pretty good for most benches. This is thinner than most benches. I've got a hammer strength bench and it's like this far apart. And it's like, what the freak? Like I'm smashing my spine. This one is pretty thin, but Rogue's is thinner. This doesn't look that significant, but when you're using it on flat bench, you feel it. This feels better. I feel like this is more of a flat bench. And it doesn't cause any problems when you change the angle. So I go up like that. The pads obviously smash together, but it's not like it's causing any damage. It's designed to do that, so they butt up close together, and then you can go down. On the rep bench, because of the width, there's still a gap even on this. I mean, the goal would be to have 0 gap, which is kind of why Rep has their other bench. But the gap on the Rogue is superior because it's thinner. Then lastly is the stand-up feature. The ability to stand up your bench in a corner after you're done with a set, whatever, to get it out of the way is fantastic. I mean, anybody that trains in a small home gym, and this is an example, this home gym takes up this corner. Having a bench that just stays out all the time is kind of difficult. It's in the way, it's always down, you gotta move it out of the way. This makes it 1, easy to move out of the way, and 2, it just makes it easy to put in a corner so you don't have to think about it. And 3, it's kind of beautiful when it's standing up there. This is the new competitor. This is the Rogue Adjustable Bench 3.0. It's absolutely beautiful. It features all the similar things that you see with the REP AB5200 with some additional features and maybe some things that aren't quite as good. I'll tell you what those are. But first, just to show you, it has similar ladder style systems. So rather than using, what they're using is just powder coat, this one can come in a stainless. It's a more expensive option for most people. I probably wouldn't recommend it. However, if you like the finer things in life, if you don't like seeing scratches, if you don't like rust, then I would definitely suggest this one. However, you can get a powder coated version that uses texture powder coat, and it's quite a bit cheaper. But they have the same ladder style system that allows you to adjust from 0, 15 to 30. And this one actually includes laser cut numbers, not only on the ladder back pad, but also on the seat pad, so you know exactly where your ass is gonna be. So this is the ladder style system on the Rogue bench. And as you'll see, both of these benches, they feature similar branding. So Rep got rid of the stickers. Thank the Lord, they listened to me. That's the reason they did it, only because of me. They got rid of the stickers and put stainless badges. Super great upgrade. But even better than like a stainless badge, it's just like it laser cut it into the steel, in my opinion. So they've got it here. They've got it in some other places. There's a big R right here. It's not like overly done. There's a big Rogue stamp on the back here that's laser cut. It's just nice. And the Rep one I really like because it's like a nice badge that's not going to corrode. It looks cool. It's also similar to the other stuff they're doing, like it matches what you see on their Arch logo in the background here on the squat rack. However, I really like the branding on this, but they went with the same laser cut on the numbers. So rather than going on every number, which I would have preferred, they went on the ones that are most popular. So we see 85, 75, 60, 45, 30, and 15. This has more ladder increments, and more ladder increments gives you more options. For most people, I don't think it really matters that much. It is nice to have more options, obviously. At the same time, more options can make it more difficult to choose which one you want to use. So I think it's kind of a wash. I prefer more options, and I think a lot of people do, but for most people, you'd be fine with just the amount of options that are on there. However, this goes to the same amount from 0 to 85, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 increments, while that one only has 7. So a little bit difference there. However, one thing that Rogue is doing different on this bench versus Rep is they're using 3x3 steel. These have the same amount of weight. This weighs 125 pounds, this weighs 125 pounds. The extra weight, the basically difference here is these are using 3x3 steel, which will be a little bit more rigid maybe than the 2x3. Over time, I don't really notice any rigidity issues or stability issues with that one. However, the look does like fit in with the rest of the equipment because this is a similar tubing, if not the same tubing as what you see on pretty much all the squat racks today. It's a 3x3 style, and it's like the steel that basically is used overall. That was something even Sam remarked on, was like he really liked the 3x3 steel on here in comparison to 2x3. It's just a little bit different. The other thing is the pad they're using is a little bit thinner overall. So the width on this is 11 inches. The width on the Rep is 12. Personally, I know you guys are probably guessing, you know, like Coop is 6'5", 300 pounds. I looked at in camera, but the camera does add an extra 100 pounds and like 10 inches. The guy behind the camera is bigger than me. I know it's incredible that we could both fit in this small garage. However, he has been using this one along with me, and he's used this one, and he actually thinks that the width on this is a little bit thin. So take that for what it is. Me, I don't really mind it. I mostly bench with a Thompson Fat Pad, which is a wider option. However, one thing I do like about Rep is they are offering different width options on the bench. So you can get this option or an even wider option, which isn't often done with an adjustable bench. I'm sure Rogue could offer that, and I hope they offer that with the Thompson Fat Pad vinyl. If you guys are watching this, Rogue, make sure you offer that. I would absolutely love that. I love the stainless steel upgrade. I would love the upgrade. Just give me more extra. I mean, I'm capped in extra. The more I buy, the more I can buy, the more I want it, right? But the 11-inch width, I think it's fine. However, for some people that are even bigger than me, it may feel a little bit thin. The padding on here, I prefer the foam on here versus the AB5200. The AB5200 is a little bit more soft. I like something firm when I'm benching a heavy set. I like some extra comfort, but I don't want to feel like any instability. The other thing to remark on the difference in these is the stability on them when they're standing up. The Rep was really one of the first ones to do this. However, I think this part here, and the reason it's taller, leads to some instability, which can lead to some safety issues when it's actually upright. So as you can see, it kind of rocks a little bit and is a little bit less savory than what you'd see with Rogue. Like this one is just a bit more stable. It's a bit more compact. You're seeing that. The overall fit and finish quality, just in general, of the Rogue bench versus the Rep bench is better. That's not to say the Rep is bad. And you also have to understand that the price on these is different. It is more expensive, so it should be better. However, just the overall, which you may not realize when you're actually training and using it, but if you're somebody who really likes the details, you may consider it. For instance, just to show you some features, on the back stand here, there's no UHMW plastic, it's just sitting on concrete or rubber. Does that really matter to most people? Probably not. However, Rogue's gone to the extra lengths of putting protection on pretty much every part of the bench. So it's got UHMW plastic here on the back. This stainless roller is meeting the stainless on the ladder system, which this is the upgraded version, so understandable. It does have this nice rubber mount here. It's got UHMW feet on the bottom, which is just like a nice touch and just allows it to stick a little bit better. The branding on the end caps is like this unbreakable plastic. It's really nice. Again, that's not to say this isn't nice. It's just the overall just feeling, fit and finish, the branding, the bent steel versus the welds. It's just, this feels like a more superior product. And it should, because it does cost more. So this is the question. Should you spend extra for a similar functionality? Because these do have a similar functionality. This is a little bit longer. This one does have a little bit more adjustment options. This one is a little bit thinner on this side. This is a little bit wider. But overall, these are very similar benches. And I'm not surprised Rogue had like second mover advantage. And usually we talk about first mover advantage, which is like you come out with the product first, so you gain a lot of market share. But the advantage of being a second mover is that you can take and update features on the first product and make it better. And that's exactly what Rogue's done. So should you purchase this one over this one? Here's what I would say. For most people, the price on this to value ratio is it's a better value. I mean, that's kind of what Rep really fits in the category. It's $500 with free shipping to your door with multiple color options as this has, which are, by the way, very similar, if not the same color options. I thought that was kind of weird. However, if you prefer the nicer, you're willing to spend some extra money, you like the extra details, that sort of thing, I would suggest this one. If you're asking me like which one is Coop going to use in his garage, I'll use this one. It just has a nicer fit and finish. This is an upgraded version with the stainless steel, obviously, the extra rollers, but you can't really tell that much of a difference when you're using them between them. They're both rock solid. They're both priced pretty affordably. This one to me for shipping ends up being about $630 or about $100 more than that for the stainless. So you're looking at basically $130 between them. So for most people, I still think Rep wins. I think it's a better value. However, I've been saying that word a lot, but this one's just so good. It's hard for me to recommend this one because I do like this one so much, but this is where being a reviewer and being honest matters. And the value on this, I think, is just better for most people. Okay, this is Coop from Garage and Reviews. Man, I'm freaking hot. I just did this so I could show you my abs. Thank you for watching. Do you like this comparison? Do you want to see these versus another bench, or is there another bench we can throw in? Let me know in the comments. We'll see you next time. Peace.